What is it that makes you happy, excites you, exhilarates you now? Now that you're not flying, you're not driving fast cars.
Nothing. I haven't got... I have none of these. The pursuit of happiness is one that would have to be defined in detail first. But the pursuit of happiness in my case doesn't involve, first of all, even if I wanted to, like other people might want, to travel abroad more, spend money, live exceptionally well, buy a car when I'm in Europe if I'd want to, etc. All these ideas have totally gone. So I do the best of what there is available, and I'm happy that on the whole, I'll tell you, this is important, that one should feel that those you've dealt with, and even now practically the public, or somewhat, what is it, a man who suffers an aberration, what would you call him? An aberrated man?
Yes, well.
Like you think well of me, something that at least you brings happiness. That if other people think that you brought happiness to others and that you've been useful and continue to be useful, that's a form of happiness. And I think it's worth cultivating. So I have no intention of breaking loose. I often say to myself, suppose that Vallabh had been the young man and Nehru had been the older man, and Vallabh would have become the Prime Minister of India. Certainly in the economic plan, there would have been a totally different situation than the one that exists today.
You frequently disagreed with Pandit Nehru. When you articulated or shared those disagreements, what was his response?
I tried. He liked me, I loved him, admired him. But when you, on this kind of thing, economics, of which he knew very little, in my opinion, and certainly on socialism, and how socialism could be established without the loss of economic freedom for the majority of the people. Anyway, I'm going to be careful what I say. Repeat your question.
When you spoke to Jawaharlal Nehru and
yes,
articulated your disagreements in his economic policies, what was his reaction?
It was very simple. No, I'll tell you what his reaction was. I thought I'd mentioned somewhere. I'd go and see him. Sometimes he'd invite me even to have a meal to see the giant panda that he had, And then I would try to bring the conversation to economics, nationalization, bureaucracy. He was not only not interested, but he wasn't willing even to talk. And he had invented a little trick, was that when if we sat fairly near each other, and there was a window not too far, the moment I began something like that, he'd turn around and look out of the window. And I got the message.